I've been able to bring you a lot more content this week, which I've thoroughly enjoyed. If you've been following the channel throughout the week, I've had a very rare week off to myself. During the week, I bought you a little Lego haul from lego.com. And in that video, I said that I placed another order. I've actually got 2 orders and they arrived yesterday. So in quite quick time, actually, by my local DPD driver. They're sat by the front door. So I'm going to go and grab those orders. I'll show you what I've been picking up and I'll tell you exactly how I was able to stack some really good discount. Let's go and have a look, see what's in those boxes. So here we go, my 2 orders from lego.com. So spend threshold to get up to £135 to get the Space Baby. So I've got 3 of these now. And I can see this one here, unfortunately, there is a bit of creasing in the box. I could see from the main box that there was a bit of creasing. It's not too horrendous, but yeah, a little bit of creasing where the other one looks pretty good. So in both orders, to make it up to £135, they were both just under £140, these orders. So I've got a brickhead in each one. So this one, you've got Commander Cody. He is scheduled to retire at the end of this year. And again, unfortunately, you can see the box is quite badly damaged. I'm not sure what I'll do with that, whether I'll return it. It's not the best. But then you have another Meilin Panda, which is, again, on the retirement list to go by the end of this year. And then because I've picked up a Ninjago set, the gift with purchase was this one here, 30699, the Mini Ninja Combo Mech. So he's pretty cool for nothing, really. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to get for one of them, but a few quid and it all counts towards the discount. And then the big one, you've got 2 copies of the Source Dragon of Motion. Now, if you've watched my top 10 video, my top 10 sets to invest in this year, this is me putting my money where my mouth is. This is on my top 10, heavily on my radar. And that's because of a previous Lego Ninjago set that retired in 23, the Lloyd's Golden Ultra Dragon set. This one is similar in terms of shelf life, a 1.5 year shelf life. If it does retire, it is scheduled to retire by the end of this year. Lloyd's Ultra Golden Dragon. Now that had 8 really good minifigures, one being exclusive. This set doesn't have any, well, it has one exclusive minifigures, but I don't think he's particularly special. And that is Aaron, the chap in the orange sort of jumpsuit. So I don't think this set is going to be driven by those minifigures. I think it is going to be driven, hopefully, by the incredible build, the largest dragon available in the Ninjago line. Now, I've been keeping an eye on figures for this on Amazon. It was selling 100 copies a month. It's now down to 50 a month. So we can expect to see around this time of year sales a lot lower because the weather's a lot nicer. People are outside rather than inside building Lego, essentially. So it could potentially be a little bit risky with low numbers, but I do suspect that we'll have a lower supply of this set on the aftermarket. But with a decent demand, that's my hope. Remember, this is just my investment journey, what I'm picking up. I'm not offering any sort of financial advice here. I'm not saying you guys should definitely go out and pick this set up because I could be completely wrong, could be a dud. But let's go over the discounts. So normally this set retails for £130, but we've seen it on sale regularly for £105. So you might ask, why have I picked it up from Lego.com for 130 quid if it's available for 105 quid? So let's go through the details here quickly. So here we go. So my order cost me $139.98. That was both orders, both with the Source Dragon and a Brickhead, $9.99. So with Insider points, you're looking at 5% back, so that's an additional £7 off my order. With cashback, so Top Cashback, we're doing 5% off, and I missed out on an opportunity. When I put my original order in from my previous video, it was 10%. So this dropped to 5%, but that's still £5.82 back per order. Plus my credit card, I get a percentage back using my credit card, so that equates to another £1.40. The gift with purchases, the Space Baby, they are selling for around £30 to £40 quite regularly. If you look on eBay, there's the best part of 300 showing in recently sold items. So this is a very popular gift with purchase. So I'm pretty confident I can sell my copies of this for £35. All things considered, so that's a total of £49.22 off each order. So that reduces it to £90.76. So that creates a discount for each item of 35.16%. So for the Brickheads, they've actually cost me not $9.99 but $6.48. And I've not actually taken into consideration these gift with purchases either, because I don't know what they're worth, probably not too much. But that means that I've been able to get both Source Dragon and Motion sets for £84.29. We know how important discount stacking is when investing in Lego. So I think this is a good example of how to discount stack with some really decent gift with purchases. So it's really important we keep an eye on Lego.com to see when they are releasing gift with purchases that are going to be very popular. Now we're getting towards the end of May now, and last year I found the best time to pick up Speed Champions was June, July from Amazon. That's when we had the best discount. Not towards the end of the year here. The best discounts were around the summer when you were able to pick up a large quantity of Speed Champions as well. I found towards the end of the year where stocks had dried up, it was much harder to get a decent quantity. So as part of my research, I've been keeping an eye on one particular Speed Champion that is scheduled to retire at the end of this year and is currently selling 1,000 units month on month. I'll get into more details on that set in a future video. But, so today I went on the Brick Fanatics website just to double check that set that I'm keeping an eye out on is still scheduled to retire by the end of this year, and it is. But I discovered something else today, and that is that one of the Formula One cars is now scheduled to retire by the end of this year. Now, I just assumed that all of these would retire at the same time, but there are Formula One cars in the Speed Champion line that are selling nowhere near as much as some of the big teams. You've got the Ferrari selling more than any other car, 5,000 units a month on Amazon, pretty much month by month recently. And then you've got the other big teams, the McLaren, the Red Bulls, and the Mercedes is selling around 2,000 units a month. If you follow me on TikTok, you may have seen I got 3 of these for my birthday, and my 4-year-old opened them all for me. Now, you have on the Brick Fanatics website scheduled to retire this one here, which is the Kick Sauber, which is interesting. On Amazon, 800 units a month, so it's very low compared to some of the other teams. And you've also got the Williams as well, selling around 1,000 a month. See, I've not built any of these yet. And you've also got the Alpine, again, another one selling not so many units, but according to Brick Fanatics, it looks like this one will be given the chop by the end of this year. Now, that is really interesting because I'm sure there will be lots of people out there who will start to collect these, who will get the bigger teams, the Ferraris, Red Bulls, etc., and want to complete their collection. And then when they want to, this will be no longer on the shelves. So it's very interesting to see whether this potentially could be a good investment with it retiring. I certainly want to collect all of these. As you can see, I've just got 3 at the moment. Because I want to collect all of them, I started off by getting the not so well known teams, the teams that are lower down on the grid, race by race, championship by championship. So that's why I bought these in this order. I wanted them in this order. So yeah, very interesting, this one. What I do like about these is the thinness. Look how thin the boxes are. Very easy to stack lots of these and store lots of these. So what do you guys think? I'd be very interested to know. Potentially, do you think this one could now be a good investment with a much shorter shelf life and lots of completionists out there? Anyway, guys, thank you very much for tuning in this week. It's been an absolute blast. I've loved bringing you lots more content, lots of shorts consistently. I aim to build a lot more Lego sets and bring you a lot more shorts of those as well. My wife is due back in the early hours of the morning. There's about 5 loads of washing upstairs ready to be folded, so I better crack on with that so it's all done by the time she gets back. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Please like the video, subscribe, ring the notification bell to be notified of future content from myself. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. See you in the next video.